Welcome back to Prince William Public Library's English Tips, Don't and Do. The strands and the SOLs we'll be going over this time will be 8.7D and 8.8A. And those, of course, are SOL numbers for your teachers, so that way they know exactly what this is going over and they can kind of synergize with that. Synergize is a word that we educators use when we are desperately trying to sound way more confident than we are. So whenever you hear words like synergize, rigor, or differentiation, you know the teacher is nervous. It's a little tip for you. But let's first talk about what you shouldn't do. Don't. You're now in 8th grade. Welcome to the jungle. We have fun and games. This picture here makes more sense than 8th grade. But going to the topic of writing, something you must not do is presume that you are smart enough now to merely write a paper without planning or organizing it. Just because you've gotten sharp and you're at the tail end of middle school and you're growing up does not mean that you can just wing it. You cannot make up a paper on the fly. This does not work. You wind up having just a rambling, incoherent mess that goes nowhere fast, and it stays there for a long time.
But I wrote so many words. I was only required 500 words in my essay, and I wrote 1100.
No, don't. It's just as important about what you don't write as what you do. Stay focused. Do not ramble, meander, or make up your essay as you're going along. I'm going to tell you, however, what to do. To avoid the car crash that would become a paper without planning, you can easily implement planning. Would you live in a house where there was no architectural draft design for it? Would you just trust someone who tells you that they're inspired and they'll bang some wood together until it makes a home and you'll sleep under it, hoping it doesn't collapse? Of course not. Planning is a majority of the work whenever we produce something. Same thing with anything electrical. When you turn the key in a car, or when you boot up your computer, the amount of planning that went into it before anything was executed is insurmountable. It's massive. So, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to plan your writing. Let's start with a persuasive argumentative essay. Let's say that you've got a topic and you're trying to decide whether or not you want to support that topic in your persuasive essay or you don't. At the very top, you'll put in, let's say, you want to change the drinking age to 18. So on the left, you can state the reasons why you support that, and on the right, the reasons why you're against that. And as you trickle down with supporting sub-reasons, you will find which side has the strongest argument for you, and that is what you're going to write your persuasive argumentative paper on. Look at all that planning you have. To say nothing of the fact that you already have great ideas for your supporting paragraphs in your 5-paragraph essay, in your scaffolding. Let's take another example. Let's say you're just looking to write on a certain topic. That topic will require a central hub from which all the other subtopics will branch out from. Let's say you want to do a research paper on Queen Boudica of the Iceni. So at the center would be Boudica. Then the upper left would be the Iceni, the tribe she came from. On the lower left would be her historical influence through England and Rome. On the bottom right would be the war she waged against Roman occupation. On the top right could be how she affected things civically, how she impacted the currency of her nation, the culture of her nation, things of that nature. So it'll branch out and expand, and you might find that soon those topics, stem other topics, and stem other topics. But still, this is a great way just to get your thoughts out on paper. You can flip over whatever paper you've got and scribble on the back real quick, and boom, you've got a very simple, easy graphic organizer to set up your thoughts and ideas. It'll make the rest of the hard work easier. A famous and very useful military saying is train hard to fight easy. Same thing with writing. Plan hard to write easy.